What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the film room. Today, we're going to be getting into and breaking down why we could not stop the run to save our lives Tuesday night against the Ravens. Before we get into that, wanted to congratulate longtime subscriber Jo for winning the 1,000 subscriber jersey giveaway. You'll see he commented that he wanted a Dontari Poe jersey. So don't know if we'll be able to find one of those, but go ahead and shoot me an email, Jo, at realcowboysfilmroom@gmail.com with proof that you are the JO account, and we'll go ahead and get communicated and hooked up with hopefully a better jersey than Dontari Poe. So congratulations to that. Make sure you guys do definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on future giveaways. And with that being said, thanks y'all for stopping by, and let's go on and get into it. Getting into the film, and the first point I would like to make as to why we could not stop the Ravens' run game is that there was an obvious lack of execution in our defense, and especially so among our linebackers and safeties. This first play we're going to be getting into is going to be early in the game. First quarter, about 4 minutes left, actually leading the game at this point 3-0, and this is where it starts to kind of unravel. This wasn't a big play by any means, but it really shows the confusion and just poor execution out of a couple guys on our defense here. So, scheme-wise, I think we're in the right position to stop this play. We're going to be in our nickel package, which we were throughout much of this game, considering the Ravens like to still use 3 receivers in a lot of their run game. And we actually do a good job adjusting pre-snap to this play. So you're going to see Duvernay is going to motion across here. And when he does, Jordan Lewis in the defensive line do a good job adjusting to this. Jordan Lewis is going to come down and set the edge here to account for the fact that now, because of Duvernay's motion, the line kind of has to shoot down the line of scrimmage to account for a potential shovel pass as well as a potential handoff or any run going out this way. However, since we have Jordan Lewis now setting the edge and our line shooting down to account for the shovel pass or the run, we're going to have an open alley here. And where that hole needs to be filled is either by Leighton Vander Esch, our linebacker here, who you'll see engaging in a block with his back turned to the ball carrier, which is a pretty rare position to be in for a linebacker, but he somehow found his way there. And then Xavier Woods, who we have coming down and double teaming Hollywood Brown, and eventually also playing a little slap boxing with him and getting himself engaged in a block with his butt turned to the play. So we have 2 guys here, one or both, that should have accounted for the hole that we knew was going to be open following the pre-snap motion, and yet we have neither of them doing it. Instead, both of them engaging in blocks that there was no reason for them to engage in. I'll let it play out for you guys here. You'll see Leighton just kind of turns his back there. Xavier Woods is kind of out here for God knows why, and yeah, you end up getting a nice little seam for Lamar to run through. And had Darian Thompson not done a nice job of reading this play, very well could have been a big play for Lamar and the Ravens. So yeah, scheme was fine. Good adjustments pre-snap by Jordan Lewis in the defensive line. But for whatever reason, a disconnect among Leighton Vander Esch and Xavier Woods, allowing this hole to be wide open. Getting into this next play, this is going to be another one where I felt as if we were in the right position alignment to go ahead and make the stop, but because of poor execution, we did not do that. This is going to be on that same drive as the last play, and actually 4th and 2 here, a potential turning point in the game, and the Ravens end up scoring on it, and I'll show you why. So we're still going to be in our nickel package to account for the 3 receivers they have here, and then they split out their tight end as well, so we'll bring Xavier Woods down and go man-to-man on him. And because the Ravens are going to run here likely 9 times out of 10 in a 4th and 2 situation, we're going to go ahead and bring Darian Thompson down as well. And what this allows us to do in bringing Darian Thompson down and then putting Jalen Smith down at the line of scrimmage, DeMarcus Lawrence can go ahead, since Gus Edwards is going to be to the right here, and try to get across and blow up this play at the point of the read option. When he does that, we're going to have Darian Thompson come down and replace the edge that he would be potentially setting here. And then Jalen Smith is going to set the edge over here for any potential runs to the outside. So this play really, if Lamar pulls it and is able to get past the, potential blowing up of the play that DeMarcus Lawrence tries to enforce here, It's going to come down to Leighton Vander Esch, and I just want you to watch this, guys, before I really get into it. Just watch Leighton here. Just lost. Just blatantly confused. And I really don't think he had much of a reason to be. We'll go to this angle here. And what I wanted you to watch from this angle is the left guard and the left tackle here of the Ravens. What they're going to do is pull. And when you see both of the left guard and the left tackle pulling to this side of the play here, it's very likely that the run is going to be to this side. And as an experienced linebacker, as Leighton Vander Esch is, you have to be able to know that, see that, make that read, and then eventually come down here and make this play. Because he would have been unblocked. You'll see the left guard is going to pull over here, and he's going to account for, or try to account for, DeMarcus Lawrence. So DeMarcus Lawrence ultimately does end up blowing up this play. The left tackle is going to come and account for Darian Thompson setting the edge. So Leighton Vander Esch, had he made the right read, which there's no excuse, he should have. He saw these two guys pulling to the right, known the play should have gone there. And instead, he's lost, confused, backtracking this way instead of just trusting his brother Jalen Smith to set the edge out there, is backtracking, not trusting his read here, and going down and attacking. And this could have very well been a stop and a turning point for the Cowboys in the game. Instead, it's a turning point for the Ravens, a momentum swinger. Touchdown, scores now 7-3 instead of 3-0 and having the ball. The next point I want to hit on is effort, and unfortunately it's like the third or fourth time in a video that I'm having to talk about this when talking about our defense. But with Mike McCarthy apparently bringing it up in a meeting to the players, it seems pretty pertinent to do so, and unfortunately it isn't too hard to find. I'm sure you guys remember this play here with Xavier Woods. Big third down to one-score game. He kind of and then shoves him, lets him get the first down instead of really attacking and trying to make a play. Going to be getting on Xavier Woods again on this play, and this comes late in the game. Game's likely out of hand or out of reach to win at this point. And just watch the effort he gives here, just kind of fluttering down, stuttering down, and just not attacking, not even trying to set the edge or anything, and then ends up being an easy little run lane for Gus Edwards to bounce outside because the only guy he has to beat out there is somebody that's just kind of floating around and not really making any of an effort to be aggressive and try and make a play. And yeah, once again, watch Xavier Woods here, just kind of coming down, engaging, not really trying to make a play. And I'm going to kind of have to eat my words here because I've died on the hill these past few weeks defending Xavier Woods, whether it be in the comment section, Twitter, trying to say that, he is our future at safety. I still do honestly believe in his ability to be a good safety for us. But with the effort and the lack of heart that he has put on film these past few weeks, it just makes me really not care as to whether or not we do re-sign him this coming off season. And, I'm just kind of indifferent about the point of him being here if he's going to continually put this kind of effort on film. Hopefully the next few weeks we see a change in that because I still do think he has the ability. But, yeah, when you're just putting effort like this and like the last few plays, it's just I don't really care as to whether or not, and I'm sure you guys can agree with that, as to whether or not he comes back this next season. Last point I want to hit on, guys, as to why we could not stop the run on Tuesday night. I mean, there's just not much that we were able to do down in the trenches this game, given that we had two practice squad guys here coming out and getting a majority of the snaps at interior defensive line at 41, and then our rookie Neville Gallimore, who I think has been great for the role in the position that we've put him in this season. He was following behind at 36. So we're asking them to go against one of the best lines in football, arguably the best tackle in football out here. And you see he's just going to blow him off the ball. And it just opens up lanes like these when our linemen are all getting just crunched down the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, there's only so much we can do. And it's hard on our linebackers, I get it. But you'll still see they're out of position here. And before you guys start ripping me in the comment section, I want to make a point that I'm not just making this video to try and defend Mike Nolan. I'm simply saying that even when we are in the right position, right personnel, right scheme, alignment, we still typically have poor execution and get ourselves out of position, as seen on the plays I showed you guys earlier. And this play, you'll see Sean Lee kind of give himself out of position. There's still a clear lack of effort, and especially down the stretch. And unfortunately, out of our guys that we need to come down and stop the runs, so it's not surprising that they're springing big runs when this is happening. And then just our interior defensive line. There's only so much that we can do with this and so much that we can ask of them to do. So, yeah, I'm not trying to defend Mike Nolan, though. I will say there seems to be a clear issue in our preparation. For Sean Lee to be this confused looking pre-snap and not even really being ready at the snap of the ball, there's got to be a clear issue with our preparation. We had a week and a half to prepare for this game, and knowing that this team was likely going to try and run the ball down our throats like they do against most teams, we still gave up roughly 10 yards a carry, and that's just really inexcusable. Mike Nolan, it was one thing to give him the excuse early on in the season. Oh, there was no offseason, no OTAs, no preseason. But for us to still be this visibly confused at just simple little pre-snap motions and not even really being set and having three guys end up in the same spot, that's on Mike Nolan. The execution, the effort, the personnel that we're rocking with on the defensive line, I won't put that on him. But the issues that we are clearly having in our preparation on a week-to-week basis for these offenses, it's just unacceptable. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video, though. I appreciate you all staying till the end and watching these lowlights with me, trying to break them down and figure out what the hell is going on with our defense. Make sure you definitely do subscribe. Like I said at the beginning, we'll be doing more giveaways as the subscriber count builds up, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, just comment below. Let me know what you think of all this, what you think we need to do to improve our run defense and our defense as a whole. Whether or not you think Mike Nolan needs to go, yeah, just give me your thoughts, guys. Once again, appreciate you all for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video.